accused of killing her 4 children, is expected to apply for bail in the Emalahleni Magistrate's Court today. Emalahleni Magistrate handed herself over to police after the bodies of her children were found by family members. eNCA's Malungelo Booi is live for us at the court with the latest developments on this story. Malungelo, that community is still reeling from this story and just how this young mother got to this point in her life. Just take us through where we are in this story now.
That's right, Michelle. Perhaps let's go back to the 30th of December when Emalahleni Magistrate called her relatives, telling them that she has got something for them at her house. When the relatives arrived there, Michelle, they found the lifeless bodies of her 4 children. Well, we're told by authorities that Emalahleni Magistrate then handed herself over to police and said that she, in fact, was responsible for the death of her children. Well, the youngest, Michelle, we're told, was about to turn a year-old, and the eldest was 8-year-old. Well, she made her first court appearance over a week ago, and today she's making her second court appearance where she'll be applying for bail. At this point in time, Michelle, it's not clear whether the state will be opposing bail, but what's interesting, though, during this funeral of these of her 4 children, we've heard from her family saying that, Michelle, they'll be asking for the court to show mercy, to show leniency, and of course that's quite telling, Michelle, considering the fact that there's been so much that's been said about this particular case. One of the things that's been said about this particular woman was that she may actually, in fact, been suffering from depression. Of course, that has not been confirmed by officials at this point in time.
Malungelo, just looking at shots of this young mother in court there, we also had a photograph of her children, certainly what looked to be a happy group of children, the youngest about to turn a year old, as you just said. What's her family saying about the months leading up to this horrific incident?
In fact, Michelle, the family hasn't said much, really, and I understand that her mother will also be in court, and I know that some of her relatives were here. I was just interacting with them a few moments ago before going on air. They were saying that it was actually quite a difficult time for them. This is quite a difficult time for them, and of course, one of the relatives who spoke at the funeral of the children saying that as the family, they'll be asking for the court to show leniency. In a way, Michelle, tells you that this lady was going through some hardships in her life. And of course, we expect all of that detail to come out when this young woman applies for bail here at the Emalahleni Magistrate's Court in about an hour or so.
Malungelo, before we let you go, you were live to us from the community where Emalahleni Magistrate lives. What can you tell us about support structures in that kind of community? You know, we often talk about the Department of Social Development, other government institutions, perhaps failing families that do need a certain kind of help. Is there that kind of particular help for young mothers in that community?
Michelle, what has been interesting for me from interacting with people and also what's been coming out from that funeral service of these children when speakers were taking to the podium as these children were being laid to rest, it was how one of the things that was said was that no one has a right to judge anyone, meaning that this mother must not be judged. And of course, a lot of people saying that depression is quite prevalent in this area and that people must speak out. And of course, Michelle, what we're currently seeing in this area of Witbank are things that are happening throughout the country. We know that depression is a reality not only for for women, but also for men. But one of the things that's also coming out is that this young woman was not working, and so she could have been battling to support her children, is something that could perhaps have led her to take a decision to take the lives of her children. And of course, that's yet to be confirmed. We're purely speculating from what we've been told by community members. And all of that, Michelle, will come out really from court when this matter when this matter goes to trial, Michelle.
All right, well, thanks very much for that update. Malungelo Booi is live to us there from the Emalahleni Magistrate's Court. The young mother, 24-year-old Zinhle Maditla, accused of killing her 4 children. She's expected to apply for bail today. We understand her mother will testify in her defense.